hello, hola, and welcome to the Women in Science Open Mic Series. My name is Laura Garza, and I'll be your host of this series that is brought by the Permanent Forum of Binational Waters. Together, we'll have a dialogue with amazing women to give them a platform to share about their accomplishments, obstacles, research findings, and the overall experience of being a woman in science. Today, we are joined by the one and only Helaine Berris. Hi, Helaine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Happy to have you. Can you talk to us a little bit about you?
Yeah, so my name's Helaine, and I am doing a dual master's at the University of California, Davis in International Agricultural Development and Hydrologic Sciences.
Okay, so in today's second episode, Helaine will walk us through the ecological treasures of a desert oasis found in the Rio Grande Rio Bravo Basin and the social complexities that it brings. So just to start off, Helaine, can you tell us about this oasis in the middle of the desert? Why is it so special and unique?
Yeah, so this oasis is called Cuatrocienegas, which in Spanish literally means four marshes. And it's named this because within the basin itself, it has over 300 pools or pozas that are fed by groundwater and provide this really unique ecosystem structure in the basin. So although Cuatro Ciénegas is located in the middle of the Chihuahuan Desert, it has incredibly high biodiversity because of its hydrology and has been compared to the Galapagos with over 70 endemic species. And it's just this really unique, incredibly beautiful place.
Yeah, I'm lucky to say that I've been in Cuatrocienegas. It is really close to my hometown, well, like 4 hours, and it is truly, truly captivating. Like just looking at the pozas or pools, it feels like you're looking into a whole ocean inside of them. It's truly majestic. And so, Helaine, can you tell us about what is the current situation of Cuatrocienegas? What are the main issues? What are the main complexities?
So Cuatro Ciénegas, like I said, has all of this incredible biodiversity and really special ecosystem structure. However, there has been increased human development, mainly in agriculture in the basin and outside the basin, just in surrounding areas that have caused detriment to the water resources. There's been a push to kind of implement more conservation and water resources management plans, both inside and outside the basin. However, we have large growers, and then we also have smaller farmers that exist within Cuatro Ciénegas and that depend on the water resources of Cuatro Ciénegas.
So how can these conservation efforts can be more successful? And what specifically are you researching on? Are you looking more into the conservation aspect, or are you looking more into the social, the livelihoods of the farmers, or what was the research that you did basically?
So most of the academic studies and research has been focused on biophysical characteristics of Cuatro Ciénegas, but the social dynamic hasn't in just social dynamics and interactions and atmosphere of the basin. Like I said, it's so complex and it hasn't really been described very well. And so specifically, like I said, I wanted to understand how historically marginalized groups have been incorporated into these management efforts. So I focused on a group of people, a group of small communal farmers. They're called ejidatarios, and ejidos are areas of communally managed land. So ejidatarios are the people living within ejidos, and they communally manage their land. And then they also farm individual parcels within the ejido. There are 11 ejidos within the natural protected area of Cuatro Ciénegas, and we focused on 4 in particular that are the most agriculturally active within the basin. And they differ a lot in population and degree of marginalized. And they have expressed in the past how these water management plans have kind of left them out to dry. And so we went in and interviewed ejidatarios in these 4 ejidos and wanted to understand the challenges that they face and what they think from their perspective can change so that management plans can be created more holistically to preserve the natural resources of the environment, but also prevent these plans and efforts from having a negative effect on ejidatario livelihoods.
So what was the main finding after you did all the interviews?
What we found is that ejidos within the basin place such a high value on water resources and on other natural resources, and they have a really strong tie to the basin and its environment, the plants and animals. However, they are divided in their perception of other stakeholders within the basin. So it differs between ejido of whether they view local managing agencies and environmental NGOs as being effective or being completely ineffective. So there is this divide, and many expressed that this divide is due to a lack of communication, a lack of organization, and just a lack of participation from ejidatarios being actually involved in creating these water management efforts and plans. So what we found was that although there is a strong desire from ejidatarios to participate in these processes, I think that there does need to be a push from these agencies and environmental groups who have traditionally held positions of power in these decision-making processes to engage ejidatarios and, use their knowledge of natural resources within the basin to create plans that benefit the environment, but also don't negatively impact ejidatario livelihoods.
Just switching gears a little bit, I know that there are not enough women working in agriculture, specifically farming. By any chance, did you interviewed any women?
We only interviewed one woman, and she was actually interviewed kind of as a couple. Although women's voices maybe aren't as vocalized or aren't as loud or aren't as represented in more common spaces, they are very, very valuable to what's actually going on and taking place on the ground in farms. So it was really fun being able to talk to this one woman and hopefully moving forward.
And so taking it from there, what was your overall experience as a young female scientist working first in agriculture and second one, moving your research to another country?
Lots of thoughts here, but traditionally agriculture, like I said, is a male-dominated space, but I think we're seeing a shift in this in the US at least. And so I hope that this shift continues, and I hope that more work, the work that is being done continues to be done, and more work is to be done to create a more open and welcoming space to women and to just other minority groups and BIPOC people who are traditionally less represented in agriculture. And in terms of going abroad, it is always intimidating to go into a space that's not your home or your area of expertise, and I don't think I would have attempted to do so if I didn't have such an amazing team of people to work with who were Mexican and who were very familiar with the area. And so because of that, I think we were able to do some really good work.
Yeah, I mean, what I've heard, like you talking about all the needs that ejidatarios' needs and all the challenges that they are facing. It is a great research that you're doing. Sometimes we only hear about the hydrology or the ecology of one very special place, but then bringing these social ecological aspects into one area, it is highly valuable. So what is your message to young women working in agriculture? What would you say to them?
I would say that I hope they keep on pushing to and doing the work that they're doing and getting their hands dirty. And agriculture is such a unique discipline in that, you know, growing food and is a very is something that we can all connect over. So whether we grow it or not, but food in general is something that connects people from all different types of backgrounds and histories and cultures. So I am looking forward to agricultural in general just becoming a more representative space of all the people who get to who love agriculture and connect over food. So anyone who wants to work in agriculture should not be afraid to do so. And people who are currently working in agriculture, hope we can work to continue to make it a more welcoming space to women and other minority groups.
Well, thank you so much for telling us about your research, about your findings, about your overall experience. I really enjoyed having you as a guest, and I hope to see you again in this channel. Thank you all for watching. See you on our next episode. Thank you, Helaine.
Thanks, Laura.